morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamitra Jojo Water, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope you guys are ready to get this morning started. I'm actually in the office this morning. Can you believe it? It won't last long. I'll be back in my traveling car tomorrow. So today we get to enjoy the office. I hope everybody enjoyed yourself over the weekend. You enjoyed this 3-day weekend and that you're ready to get back to work. I know I enjoyed myself. I don't know about this going back to work thing. I haven't decided on that part yet. I mean, I'm going, but let me add my fearless co-host here. Thank you. As she comes in. It was restful.
Hey, good morning. You threw me off. You're not at the school this morning. So that I was like, hold up, wait a minute. She's in the home office today.
Right. Can you believe it?
Right.
It's only going to last for a little bit. Good morning,
Okay.
Shirley.
All right. Got it. Well, guys, good morning and welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. I was running a little bit behind this morning, but it's okay. I'm making it out here anyway. Got to keep this thing rolling, keep this train moving, right? Oh,
That's
y'all,
right.
there's a lot of stuff happened since I was not last on the show. But as you can see, I am representing, you see the G, I'm representing the G today because I am not a football fan, let me just say that. But we just happened to be in a place where there were tons of them this weekend. I didn't know there were so many Georgia fans down in Savannah. I thought they were Georgia Southern fans. But anywho, they were all the way live in Savannah for some reason. And of course, Georgia won their game. They killed, what is it, Austin Pay or something? I don't even know the team's name. But anyway, they killed them 45-0. That's all I'm saying, y'all. They killed them.
Good morning, Magdalene.
I was just like, wow, okay. And not only them, Georgia Southern also killed South Carolina State University on the same day.
Oh, wow.
So I was just like, wow, okay. Anyway, y'all, I digress. Our quote for this morning for the Fearless Morning Show is never get mad at someone for being who they've always been. Be upset with yourself for not coming to terms with it sooner.
Can I tell you, I read that quote this morning at 5:15.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
if it's meant to be, it'll be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I love that song, by the way. And I ain't gonna sing it for y'all, but it's all running through my mind right now. But yeah, never get mad at someone for being who they've always been. Be upset with yourself for not coming to terms with it sooner. So what does that mean, y'all? I don't think an explanation is needed. I think that every one of us can sit there and say, Lord have mercy, I learned my lesson there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I learned my lesson because I knew she was that way or he was that way. And why am I spending my time, wasting my time, being mad at them for being themselves? Yep. Right. Good morning, Carl. We see you on your journey, Carl posted. I don't know if Carl wants me to talk about this or not.
He posted it so we can talk about it.
He posted it so we can talk about it. That's what that means. Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what that means.
Good morning. So Carl's on his weight loss journey too, y'all. You can go check him out on his page. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something, right? And you can see it in his photos posted on his page. So go over there and check him out, y'all. But anyway, the quote this morning: never get mad at someone for being who they've always been. Be mad at yourself, right? be upset with yourself for not coming to terms with it sooner. I cannot tell y'all how many times
Child, please say,
right?
please hurry.
This was the old Lynn. How many times? And it was always money. Can I have a true confession and conversation with y'all for just one moment? It was always money. And this person would always come to me and ask me to borrow money. And I knew without a shadow of a doubt that the last time that they borrowed the money, that they did not pay that money back. But I kept falling into that trap. I kept saying to myself, well, maybe, but just maybe this time, she'll pay me back, right? Maybe she just fell on some hard times last time and she just couldn't get it back to me. So this time she says she's gonna give it back to me when she gets her check. So she's gonna get her check this coming Friday. So I should be okay in getting my money back this Friday. So Friday rolls around, you contact person ABC, right? So I contact this young lady. I should have contacted her, but I contacted her, right? I contact this young lady and, ask for my money back. And don't you know, you probably know how the conversation goes before I even share it, right? Don't you know?
Yes, I do.
She had the audacity to get mad at me for asking for my money back, right?
That's usually how it go, dog.
You cannot get mad at somebody for being who they've always been. Be upset with yourself for not coming to coming to the conclusion sooner and say, you know what? I know exactly what they did last time and the time before that, and the time before that, and I still fell in that same trap. This shame on you, right? Shame on you for not catching the lesson sooner, because they didn't change the way that they did, right? They didn't change the way that they're going to do it. They're not going to change. Hello, somebody.
At all.
Not going to change. So come to grips with it sooner. That's the lesson today, y'all. All right? Come to grips with it sooner. Don't be like me, wishing and hoping and wishing, right? That she'll get it together at some point. Yeah, that's how they do. But we cannot continue to get mad at them for doing them. We got to do us, right? You got to do you.
Boo.
Right? So, all right, guys. So that's it for the Fearless Morning quote this morning. I just thought that would bless somebody, because it blessed me, because I see the transition that I'm going through. And hopefully some of you are going through or have gone through the same transition, right, as you progress on this journey. But today's topic for our financial confession and conversation, see, y'all, I do things completely different today than the way I used to do them. See, it's a different game. Let's just say that. It's a completely different game. That's why I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1. So today's topic, y'all, and you'll be saying it too, continue to follow us, continue to join the Fearless Morning Show, continue to follow our pages. You'll be saying the same thing. You'll be like, well, dang, that chick really helped me learn how to make my money, keep my money, and grow my money. Because if you stay here long enough, that's what you'll be doing. So looking at this, guys, our topic for today is Buffett Invest Like a Girl, and why you should. See, there was a book that was released. I think the first time it was released was back in 2012, that many of us may have missed. So I said, well, let me go back and pull that up, because oftentimes a lot of the things that I talk about, that I reference in regards to investing, are related to Warren Buffett. And many times people haven't read these books. Everyone knows who Warren Buffett is on a surface level, but many don't know the philosophies in our community. So that's why I decided to go back and revisit this concept. Good morning. Revisit this concept, Buffett Invest Like a Girl, and why you should. So Luann Lofton actually published this book. She was a part of the Motley Fool crew, right? For those of you who don't know, and I'm going to tell you like my mama used to tell me when I was a kid, look it up, right? My people perish for lack of knowledge. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're behind the 8 ball, go ahead and look it up, right? Okay. Uh-oh. Carl addressing you, JoJo.
You about your heart. That's all that matters.
Uh-oh, and she got a man. Carl, that's a, don't even get us started on that path right there, okay?
I'm saying.
What you got a man for if he can't do nothing for you? All right, I'm going to leave that alone. Buffett invests like a girl.
Wait a minute.
Buffett invests like a girl, and why you should. So guys, there are certain things that female investors do that male investors tend not to do. And I want us to look at those and see exactly what those are, just in case you didn't know. But make sure you go back and look up that book, right? Go back and do the research, get the book. It's in your public library. It's more than likely for free, or you can go on.
What's the name of the book again, Lynn?
Buffett Invests Like a Girl and Why You Should Too.
Okay.
So it's just like the title that I shared this morning. Go look it up so you can get it and read it. But I'm going to give you the basics. I'm going to give you the gist or synopsis or summary, whatever term you want to use, right? So how does a girl invest, right? Some people would think that that's a slap in the face, because you know how when you were a kid, somebody be like, oh, you throw like a girl, right? And that would be like an insult. That would be a major insult to the boys. But investing like a girl is definitely not an insult. So let me share with you why. How do women tend to invest in comparison to men? Those are some of the things that I'm going to go through, okay? So first of all, female investors, these are the things that females tend to do that males don't. Females tend to trade less than men do, right? There was a research study that found that men trade 45% more often than women do. So when I say trade, that simply means the buying and the selling of stocks, okay? And by trading, there's so many different ways to trade. There are options, there are commodities. There's a variety of different things. But just for the context of this conversation, see, don't lose the context. For the context of this conversation, we're just going to talk about basic buying and selling of stocks. So the research found that men tend to do this 45% more than women, because women are more likely to know what they don't know. And when a woman recognizes that she doesn't know something, things happen differently in the mind. See, so women will exhibit less self-confidence, right? But men, they think they know more than they know. And don't shoot the messenger, y'all. I'm telling you what the research says. Yes, JoJo.
Somebody had a question for you. Did you see it, or did you want to answer it later?
I don't see it. If you can tell me what it is. I don't.
It says, Lynn, how do you feel about investing apps?
I love investing apps. They've made it completely simple for the average everyday Joe to get into this game. See, that's the challenge for many of us. We haven't taken the opportunity to actually get in and learn. See, it depends upon where you are as to where you should be on this investing journey. Investing journey are great for the investing apps are great for the beginners. For those who are getting in, just getting your feet wet and learning how to do things. And dare I say, some of us never get beyond that $250,000 mark. So investing apps are where you need to go, right? You have to go there. You have to get started. See, that's the challenge for many of us. We never get started because we say we're too afraid, but the investing app has made it easier. A lot of the apps also educate you within inside of the apps. So I love them. They're a tremendous opportunity for you to get started. Now, if you have a lump sum of money and you're ready to go all in, I would take some, yes, and do it in an investing app, but I would take some more and get me a manager. But I would definitely learn what that manager's doing, right? Where he or she is putting my money before I move forward. With that said, we're going to continue this conversation about what
Yeah.
female
She
investors
uses,
do.
he says, I use Stash. Is that a good one? And do
Um,
you know the good one?
well, Stash is one that I would say yes to using. The one that I use to help train in my classes is Stockpile. And I highly recommend you download that just to look at it. Even if you don't set up a Stockpile account because you're already using Stash, doesn't mean to go ahead and change from Stash, but also download Stockpile and compare it to what you have available to you in Stash and see how they are different. I like Stockpile because there are so many different things that you have available to you within that app that in some of the other traditional apps for beginning investors that you don't have available to you. But it's up to the individual, what your goal is, what you want to accomplish with the investing, and how quickly you plan to move as to which one you should use. Okay?
He
All
said,
right.
thank you.
All right, cool. So in looking at this, guys, so what's the difference? I've given you two difference. The women tend to trade less than men do when it comes to investing. Good morning. And they exhibit less self-confidence because women are more likely to know what they don't know. So we try to figure that thing out. It's basically what that says. Okay? Also, women shun risk more than male investors do. And that's common knowledge, right? That's common knowledge. Women are less likely to take as much risk as men, but when you educate yourself and you know more about what it is that you're investing in, you're protecting your portfolio. Okay? Women tend to be less optimistic, therefore they're more realistic, okay, on this investment journey. So what does that say? You're not going to run out here with the best stock tips from Uncle Ray Ray in most cases, right? And think that you're going to go and make this $1 million really quickly on this hot stock tip. Because what do? We have to have more information before we go forward. Guys, it's the way we're wired. It's as simple as that. So the next one, and I love this. Women tend to put in more time and effort researching. Hello, somebody. Researching the possible investments, considering every angle, every detail, what's going to potentially happen than their male counterparts do. Why is that? Why is it that women tend to do that differently? Guys, like I said earlier, it's in our DNA. It's the way we're wired. It's the way we go about doing things that allows us to set this up differently. Okay? And the other thing for women, we are more immune to peer pressure and we tend to make decisions the same way regardless of who's watching. So if a woman decides to invest one way, she's going to stay that way. But oftentimes, and y'all, I was watching a clip on, was it CNN Money? One of those money shows, okay, on the cable network this weekend. And the commentator actually had three different investment gurus. One was female, two was male, okay? Two were male. And she asked the questions of them to see which direction they went. And on almost every question, the two men agreed with each other, and the one woman, she had her own thoughts, right, around that particular segment or that question that the commentator was asking. And I thought that was very interesting. Now, they agreed on some things, right? Don't get me wrong, they agreed on some things. But all of these individuals were considered to be experts in their area. And Carl, so yes, to a certain extent, men do want instant gratification. I'm not saying that women don't either, but there are other precautions and steps that we take to ensure, right? Because the thing that you have to understand is that you don't become a millionaire overnight, unless you win the lottery, unless somebody gives it to you, right? So there are different things that you have to do. The second to the last comment here, y'all, is women learn from their mistakes. If we make an investing mistake, We tend not to do that again. That's not only in investing, that's in with your friends, that's in, other things that happen to us in our lives. Doesn't matter what you encounter, we tend to learn more quickly from those mistakes. Not saying that men don't learn. However, sometimes it takes a little bit more of a lesson for some of them to learn. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
And the last thing that helps us as women, like I said, guys, we are biologically created this way, is that women tend to have less testosterone. Good morning. Good morning. They have less testosterone than their male counterparts, and that works in our favor. That works in our favor, and it's absolutely nothing against, right? Because that's the way that they're wired. Nothing against, but it's allowing us, and it makes us less willing to take those extreme risks. Okay? We're less willing to take those extreme risks. See, those hormones play an important part in the way that we do things, and the way that we respond to situations, and the way that we take care of business, if you will. Yes. Okay? So you have to identify and recognize what it is that you now want to do. What are those things that you now want to do? What's important to you as you progress this investing journey? What are the things that you're willing to now do? We know that we do more research, but what are the things that you need to research? That's the question. What are the things that you can do differently that are going to help you as you progress? So guys, what I am doing this Thursday, we kick off our class, the Investing Blueprint. And in that class, I go through and I actually teach you what those things are. And it all goes back to the research. It all goes back to the reason that we do things the way that we are is because of the way we were created. But the number one thing that we have to recognize, the number one thing that we must do is make sure that your mindset is correct. Make sure that you're thinking about investing, how you're managing your money, how you're budgeting, you're saving, whatever the case may be. Make sure that your mindset is in the right place as you progress on this journey to invest. Because it doesn't just happen for us. We have to make it happen for us. Because if you thought it was just going to happen for you, don't you think it would have been done by now? That's all I'm saying, y'all. So figure out what it is that you need to do. If Warren Buffett is investing like a girl, then why are you not? So take some time to think about it. The number one thing that I highly recommend while you are learning, find you an index fund, find you an ETF that invests in across an entire industry to invest in while you learn what are the places I need to be putting my money. All right, y'all?
Lynn, what's the link for the class?
Okay. The link for the class is bit.ly/investing blueprint. Good morning.
All lowercase?
Yes. bit.ly/investing blueprint. So you can get into class, get the information that you need. You have questions you want answered, we can talk about it. BIT. I see she already put it there. bit.ly talk to Lynn. Whew. Just here again me this morning, y'all. I'm a little winded, but that's okay. We gonna make it anyway. All right, y'all. I know I had to borrow from, what is it, Al Sharpton? Is it Al Sharpton always having to rhyme? Yeah.
Yeah, me and Jesse Jackson.
Oh, Lord, don't even go there. I'm not even trying to associate myself. But anywho, bit.ly/talk to Lynn. All right, y'all.
And I thought I was the only one that felt that way. Okay, we have to talk about that, Lynn.
All right, guys, I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1. You'll be saying it too. Let's talk. bit.ly/talk to Lynn. All right, over to you, Miss Co-host. So I can catch my breath.
Huh?
I said, so I can catch my breath.
All right, guys. Please make sure you check out those apps because they are great. And if I can use them, anybody can use them. And my children use the Stockpile app. So
Yep.
it is go out there and play with it and look around. All right. So the field is thought for today. And today is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday,
Yay.
Gary. Even though her nickname, we all know her as Gravy.
Right. I
Happy
remember the
birthday,
first
Jen.
time I heard that, I was like, really? So is your
Uh,
nickname Biscuit? So we can have some biscuits and gravy?
yes, my nickname used to be Biscuit.
Oh, wow. Really? I thought I was being funny, but it's for real, for real. Okay.
Like for just a little while but Chippy was my longest holding nickname because I love potato chips. And
Oh,
then
okay.
I outgrew that, thank God. So now it's just JoJo. We can stick with JoJo and not Chippy.
Okay,
So,
okay. Got it.
honey, I'm glad I outgrew that. All right. So happy birthday. I hope you have she's turning 40, y'all. So happy birthday. Welcome to the 40 club. You know,
All
she a
right.
big darn baby, but that's okay. All right, so the
She's
field
gonna
is
get
thought for the
you.
day. Yeah, she gonna get me for that one.
That's all right.
The field is thought for the day, and I wanna. Well, I know you sidestepped that real quick now.
Girl, he was walking toward me too. I was coming to the. Yeah, I was moving to the right,
I
to
know
the
you
right.
don't like. I know you don't like dogs. Cousin Carl, you getting in? He losing that way. He said he broke up his walk into 3 parts and got in 6 miles.
Okay, that's 6 miles a day.
I guess.
Yeah, or a
But work
week.
it out, Cousin Carl.
Yeah, get somebody a regiment on here, guys. You never know. Good morning.
That's right. All right, so the field is thought for the day, and I'm going to read this because I don't want to miss any of it. The people you surround yourself with are excellent mirrors for who you are and how much or how little you love yourself.
Oh, wow.
The
Wow.
people you surround yourself with are excellent mirrors for who you are and how much or how little you love yourself. When I tell y'all to check y'all circle, I mean it.
Yes. That's awesome.
Because Lynn says it all the time, if you the fourth, if all your friends are broke, you about to be the fifth. True. But look at all your friends. Are they happy with their lives? Or are they all just sad, busted, and disgusted, complain, negative Nellies, Debbie Downers
Right.
all the time? And so now that you're part of their group, is that you?
Wow.
So what are your friends showing you about who you are? And eventually, it's like when I started evaluating my circle for real, and
Right.
getting serious about it, it's like rubbing salt on a wound. Like it just irritates you so much after a while. You can't help but do something about it. And it's not rude. It's not being mean. I sure will, Kimberly. Thank you. It's not rude. It's not being mean. It's acknowledging that I don't have to accept this, and that is completely okay. I don't have to accept that if I don't have to. And you don't have to. But take a look at your circle. What are they showing you about yourself? Who are you? What is your real life about? Now we can all talk the game,
Right.
but what is your friends will represent what your real life is about. And when you start checking your circle, checking your friends, your conversation changes, your outcome change. So many things change that it's unreal that you did you almost get run over, Lynn?
No, I want you to remember. You can't see her. Remember what I told you last time?
Yeah. That's her.
Yes.
Lynn, be nice out there.
I am. I'm nice in these
Well,
streets every day.
Cousin Claude, you got to handle your business. And I know I did a topic on this. Don't be arrogant with it. Be humble. And sometimes you don't even have to tell the person what you're doing. You simply have to do it. Because here's the thing. Some people are just around you just because you play into that and you help with that pity party. When you stop continuing with that pity party, they don't have anything else to do with you. So they're not really gonna, and I think that hurt my feelings the most, Lynn, is when I
Yeah.
check my circle and then when people start moving outside of my circle, meaning they were no longer a part of my life, it hurt my feelings that they didn't call me like, JoJo girl, I ain't talked to you, where you been? They were perfectly okay not seeing. That hurt my feelings, even though I was the one that was purging, them and letting go. And I didn't necessarily tell them. I just changed the way I communicated with them. But the fact that they didn't call me upset hurt my feelings.
So let me
And I was
tell
like,
you, this
what?
is this is huge. I'm so glad you mentioned that. I was actually listening in on the Black CEO Morning Show, and Myron was on the CEO Morning Show, and the question was asked: "Is how do you change your circle? How do you intentionally change your circle when you're moving in a different direction?" And his message was, you don't have to do one thing. All you got to do is stay focused on what it is that you're doing, and they will separate themselves from you.
Yes, ma'am.
They will
Yeah,
separate themselves from you. You don't
that's
have
true.
to do nothing. You don't have to do the work. Just be focused on what it is that you're focused on, right? And keep it
That's
moving.
right.
All right, JoJo, I just had to, you just
But
pumped
that's
that one in
that's
there.
so true. When I became focused and determined, not just interested, not just excited, but I
Right,
became determined and
right,
committed to what I was doing. I lived like for real, I
yes,
didn't have the time because so much of my time was taken up with other things because when I let go of the fear, the anger, the frustration, and I replaced it with other things, I did not have the time to worry or even
right,
even think about entertaining because that conversation no longer it was no longer interesting to me.
right.
I couldn't get on the phone and be like, girl, what you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Nothing. Just chilling. And you had conversations like that, and I couldn't do that no more, and it irritated me, and I wanted to say, hey, and I wanted to be excited and they were perfectly okay with flatline. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with it. That is not my life, and I wasn't meant to be that way. And this is what you'll find: the more you try to conform to the circle that you do not belong in, the more you're going to stand out.
Yes. Ooh.
That's a good one. Somebody need to write that
Now,
down and text it to me later so I can use that one because that was good. And it's so true because if you look at your circle,
right.
how many times, and this is a confession for me as we finish up the show. I've been in circles of friends and they laughing and talking. I'm sitting over there in the corner by myself. Ain't nobody talking to me. Or I'm having a conversation and I don't even feel a part of the conversation. Like I'm really not participating, not for real,
For real.
because it doesn't require any brain power. It doesn't require me to talk. So I'm in a circle of friends trying to fit in, but I was made to stand out. And that makes me stand out even more, and it makes me not fit even more, and people notice that even more.
Right.
And the harder I try to conform to that circle, the more I stand out. And it's I've realized it's never going to work. I'm in this circle of girlfriends. They're talking about things, number one, that don't interest me. Number two, I don't have a clue of what y'all talking about. And number three, I'm not even a part of that life. So why am I trying to fit into a space that was never meant for me? So
Right.
the people you surround yourself with are excellent mirrors of who you are and how much or how little you love yourself. So today, when it's Take Action Tuesday, hold that mirror up, guys, and span it around your circle of friends. What are they reflecting back to you? Because that shows how much or how little you love yourself. It also
Mm-hmm.
reflects your goals. It reflects your character. It reflects your morals. Ooh, I stepped on my own toe because I got a friend, honey, and that I know I need to check about some stuff that I don't agree with. But it ain't my business. It ain't, yeah, but still, it's still a reflection of who I am if
Mm.
I listen to that conversation
Mm.
and participate in that
Right.
conversation, because then you are still condoning
Now,
that action.
You,
Somebody.
girl,
Amen. A
somebody,
to the man.
you might need to repeat that one more time because somebody else need to feel that one like a brick wall just
I
slamming
mean,
at it 45 miles an hour. They need to hear that and catch it, girl. You better say
I'm
that
just saying.
again. Hit that brick wall,
I'm just
y'all.
saying. Y'all go
Hit
back
it.
and press that replay so we can somebody write this stuff down so I can use it somewhere else. But you got to check your friends, because if we are condoning what they're doing and we're not speaking up,
Right.
then we are a part of
The
whatever
problem.
it is. If
Yes.
that girl is married and she cheating on her husband, you
Problem.
are condoning every bit of that. Period. And you are a part of it and you are participating. So today, hold up that mirror. When you speak, a strong mind will gain that's right. A weak mind will be frustrated. That's exactly right, Cousin Carl. And you got to check your friends, guys. And we've got to stop trying to fit in where we do not belong. We're not
Right.
supposed to fit into certain situations. Um, and the sooner you accept that, the easier it's going to be for you to continue to live true to who you are. You got to be true to who you are in your core. And when I figured that out, I'd rather be by myself and be content with
Right.
who I am and
Yes.
know that my character and my morals are intact than try to have a friend and so I can chit chat with later, and then later I'm up here feeling all kind of guilty because I don't participate in a conversation I knew I ain't had no business participating in because
Right.
I didn't agree with it. And if you don't stand up for yourself, when you gonna stand up? Then, my friend, that's how we welcome crazy into our lives. That's how you open the door to let crazy in. We all about living past crazy in your life and finances over here. So make sure you check your circle. So I'm read this quote one more time. The people you surround yourself with are excellent mirrors for who you are and how much or how little you love yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that
Yes,
ties in very well to the quote this morning.
yes, it
Get,
does.
let me go ahead and repeat that one too. Never get mad at someone for being who they've always been. Be upset with yourself for not coming to terms with it sooner.
And
A
when I
to
tell
the man.
you, A to the man, when I tell you, when you get to that point, even in your good morning, is that Shakita?
Chiquita, yes?
Shaquita, good morning. When you get, and this is what I had to come to a realization with my ex-husband, my first husband, is that he was perfectly okay living his life the way he was living it. Period. And when I decided that it was not for me, I did something about it. Now I can't get mad at him because he was living true to who he was. I can't get, yeah, he may have beat me, he may have done all of that. I can't get mad at him because he showed me who he was.
Well,
And he
hold on,
gave me the
JoJo.
opportunity to
You
accept
could
that.
be a little bit mad at him.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah. I can
you
be a
can be
whole
mad
lot
at him
mad.
because I was mad when I read your story. I wanted to go find bro, get all my friends in the car, go get him. Like my mama used to say, wrap him up in a sheet, right? Child, you just don't know. All right, I'm gonna let that go. But okay, go ahead. Go ahead, JoJo.
All right, listen. All right, Christina, the junior. Listen, I was bit mad, but he showed me who he was, and I accepted that. And y'all, sometimes look at your friend circle. Are you accepting them crazy friends? You accepting that crazy relationship? You accepting that crazy friendship?
Now,
Because, but they so sweet. They really sweet. She's such a sweetheart. She can be nice when she want to be. No, they rude on purpose. They mean on purpose, and they do that to you because we accept it. And I had to realize that a lot of people were not just treating me, oh, that's just the way they are. They were doing that because that's what I allowed and that's what I accepted. And then
mm,
when I stopped it, remember, when you change your friends around you, either they
okay,
will adjust or they
yeah,
will leave.
yes,
And trust me, the ones that leave, that's what the ones that adjust, they recognize the value. It is a privilege and an honor to be your friend.
now,
And it is a privilege and an honor to be their friend. And
now,
when they recognize that it's a privilege and an honor to be your friend, they adjust themselves accordingly to the
right,
new rules of you. We did a whole show on the new rules of us. And once you put out those new rules and they start adjusting, that means they value. Now, if they stop talking to you and you don't hear from them, and they call you every once in a while, hey girl, how you doing? I ain't talked to you in a while. Then you know they just trying to see, have you got up? Because this one, my friend, are you done improving yourself yet? No, it never will be.
Oh, wow.
Are you
Wow.
done with that little retreat? Are you done with? Yeah, I sure am. And guess what? You are not, and that's will let you know
Wow.
who is truly for you, and if they're going to adjust for you, and if they respect the growth that you have coming on. If they don't respect the growth, baby, yeah, they will let it be known in that conversation. Y'all know I hate the word little. I hate when people say, "Oh, you doing that little speaking engagement? You wrote that little book." No, we don't do littles over here. So you can
No, thank
you
you.
can keep that is for sure. All right, guys. Lynn, you want to tell them where they can reach you as I pull up our links for everything else right fast?
Sure. Hey guys. Well, first of all, I want to give our shout outs to two of my girls I see here, Chiquita Gail Lee Lindsay. Y'all go follow her. Y'all want to learn some more about wholesale investing? She's your girl. And then Miss Rita Oliver. She's also, yes, she's sending out the SOS. She's also on the podcast next
Oh,
week. So, I mean, in a couple of weeks, I'll set up the date, send out the date so you guys can catch her story. It's an amazing one. And she'll help you get your finances right, y'all. We're on this journey. Everybody got to level up. But how do you find me? You find me at DemmonsEnterprise.com. That's Demmons, no demons here, y'all. DEMMONS, DemmonsEnterprise.com. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter. Yes, hello, Miss Rita. So excited that you joined us this morning. But y'all go check out and follow her page as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining us for the Fearless Morning Show. We know that your time is your most precious commodity, but you decided to spend those minutes with us, and we appreciate you for that. And we thank you so much for joining us every morning at 7:15 a.m. I see JoJo posted up our YouTube channel. Go over there. If your friends and families don't have YouTube, go check it out. Send it over to them so they can see it. Let them binge watch all day long. How many shows we got, JoJo?
We at 163 shows strong,
Wow,
y'all.
y'all. We got several seasons of shows out
Several,
there.
honey. We rolling into years of seasons.
Right. We got to call Netflix or somebody.
I'm
They got to
telling
do a
you.
documentary on this. All right, y'all. But although we kid, we're not really kidding. But also, y'all, JoJo didn't mention this. The Fearless journey is going to Six Flags on Sunday. So for those of you who said you were coming with us, I know, Charlene, you're down in Alabama. That's a quick drive up for you. Kim, you were talking about coming, but you don't know about getting on 85. We got to get the fear
Tell
out.
Braby to bring you. I'll meet y'all on 85.
Get the fear out. Yes, get the fear out and come on and join us on Sunday morning at Six Flags, because we got to help Miss JoJo get the fear out. She don't like to ride roller coasters. She don't like zip lining, and she doesn't like skydiving, but she has promised to do all three so that we can go to Vegas on her birthday and reenact Poison. And I said, if you do those three things, I'll do that one thing for you. I will go and get up on somebody's bar and sing and dance, and that's completely outside of my wheelhouse. If y'all don't know me, that is completely outside of me getting up on anybody's bar and dancing and singing. But we'll recreate that if JoJo makes it through all these things, y'all. So y'all got to come and witness this. Come and be a witness, right? To all of the shenanigans. But we start out there first.
Listen, it's outside of my box too. Y'all know I'm a nerd. I'm shy, but I want to be MC JoJo, and I want to get back to my roots. So we doing this thing here.
Okay, well, I need you to go ahead and also call out there, whichever location you go into for this reenactment, and let me know that it's okay for us to get up on somebody's bar, because I'm not trying to be arrested in Vegas. All right. I'm not trying to be arrested anywhere, but definitely not in Vegas.
Listen, they're gonna be calling. Is this Robbie Demmons? Yes, we have your wife.
Oh no, they shall not. The devil is a lie. I rebuke you right now. No, sir. No,
All right,
sir.
guys, please make sure you join us Sunday. We'll be at Six Flags. I am riding the roller coaster, and I'm kind of excited. And then we have our 1 year anniversary. So Lynn will and I will be planning that 1 year with the Fearless Morning Show, November of this year. So if you want us to come to your city, Lynn, we got to do the poll today, so we'll know what cities y'all want us to come to, and whoever gets the most votes is we'll broadcast live for the Fearless Morning Show for our 1 year anniversary. So I'm
All righty.
excited about that. I'm excited. And on the YouTube channel, guys, they are by topic. So you can pick a topic that you want to share with anybody. So if you know anybody that needs to live past crazy, go pick them out a topic on the YouTube and then send them on over here to the Fearless Morning Show every morning at 7:15, bright and early. I will be back in the car tomorrow morning. Rest assured, we will be rolling in the car. we just had the luxury of the office today, so I'll be back in the car tomorrow. Lynn,
Okay.
I'm going to close with the quote and my thought for the day. Go ahead and read the quote one more time.
Oh wow, you would tell me that after I threw everything in the thing. Here
In
it
the,
is.
in the
Never get mad at someone for being who they've always been. Be upset with yourself for not coming to terms with it sooner.
Amen.
Mic
That
drop.
is such a good quote. I know. Lynn need to, and this what's crazy is I read that exact same quote this morning. Great minds think alike. All right, and here's the thought for the day. The people you surround yourself with are excellent mirrors for who you are and how much or how little you love yourself. So hold that mirror up and check it against your friends today, guys. Do get you some self-love today. That's what it's all about. All right, guys, have a great and amazing Tuesday. We will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. Have a good one.
All right, signing off, y'all. It's hot out. I'm hot now.
Bye.
Bye.